With Bood's triangular representation of reflective practice, there are certain issues which have been raised. And despite the fact that it's a very popular model, because it's simple to apply and also powerful in the sense that it links the emotional response to the experience, the issues which have been raised are important to understand. One key issue is that the model has been described as focusing reflection in a retrospective role by the teacher. In a way, this is the teacher only reflecting on their practice in the classroom as a retrospective action, rather than reflecting in practice, where practice is seen as an ongoing, recurring process. And therefore, this notion that you're always looking back as a reflective practitioner and never looking forward is seen as an issue to this model. There's also a focus in this model on the individual's emotional processing of the experiences. And in this way, because it recognizes reflection as a very private process, an issue which is associated with this model is that it doesn't lend itself to dialogue with colleagues, with other practitioners. It doesn't therefore engage the reflective practitioner in a wider social arena of communication. Now, Bood takes these issues very seriously and considers them as worthy of reflection, but counters them by saying that actually reflection is a very complex process, and given the fact that the focus of the model is on the individual's emotional response and their emotional processing of the experience and evaluation of their experience, then this means that any external input, any dialogue with others, can actually detract from the quality of the reflection. And it's really the reflective practitioner's way of dealing with the emotions that leads to new understandings and helps the reflective practitioner develop a better cognitive appreciation of the experience. So, for example, a reflective practitioner can, by this very private process of reflection, become very confident, more confident with their practice, and can therefore persist with the reflective activities which they're engaging with, and ultimately these lead to improvements in practice. And so ideas like these tend to put the role of reflection within a very private and individualized idea of what teachers' professional education is about. And new understandings around reflection and the reflective practice process have led to the idea that the way to create wider dialogues between practitioners is to introduce a reflective practice support role in the form maybe of a supervisor or a mentor for individual teachers. And this gives importance to the very private and emotional aspect of reflection within this model, whilst overcoming this issue around it being very private and therefore not part of an interactive and dynamic dialogue. And therefore, with mentors and with supervisors, there is this opportunity to overcome the private nature of reflection through external feedback and external validation of the individual's reflections. And this can add to how robust the model becomes.